Boo. All right. So today we're doing Fortune-499. I don't know much about this one. I used to know a little bit. Let me look up some stuff. Maybe we can get a little bit of info here. I am playing this through the humble choice thing. Apparently with that, I have not been subscribed to it for months, but you can still play games you downloaded, which is pretty neat. All the games $4.99 on Steam. Came out 4 years ago. It's 41 reviews, so it's not super well known. That on top of that, the humble choice selects thing is not exactly the most well known, I imagine, of services I super subscribed to, but we played a lot of good stuff on it. So this is the last one that we never got around to. I want to uninstall humble. So I'm gonna do it. Okay, it's a deck builder. I understand that it's got some corporate kind of joke stuff. You play as like a witch or something. Who knows for sure? It's not super long. Made by AP Thompson, which made this. Swap sword, be glitched, multi-ball, stellar smooch, stare, cat sport, you got one word. Cedar Rosemary, I think a lot of these are actually free or flash games. Like shorter puzzly types and all that. So anyways, that's about all I got on it. We're just giving it a go, just jumping in. I've not really seen any gameplay or anything, so I think it'll be 4 to 6 hours. Let's get going on it. I'll figure it out later. Let's play a simple game. I feel like I should make the screen smaller. It's pretty blown up. Let me make myself smaller. I'm sorry, I should probably read off or paraphrase some of this. Scissors. Oh, I need to turn this shit down. It's becoming loud. Paper, scissors, we're both secret, choose rock. The music's really loud. I choose rock, paper, or scissors. I'm dead. I'll predict which weapon Tom will use. Yeah, this is still really loud for me. I can turn it up for you guys if you want, but I like my shit pretty quiet. Since I'm talking. What's up, Redless? How was the night, man? The 4 of scissors, that tells us that Tom is more likely to use scissors during the next round. Oh, cool. Sounds fun, man. You gonna dash tonight? It's Memorial Day. You'd imagine there'd be some dashing going on, but maybe not. So just because we drew this, it means he's gonna do rock, or is just a higher chance? I'm sure we'll figure it out. Yeah, I feel you. A little game time then, man. What have you been playing? I need to move myself somewhere. I'm gonna sit over here. Then it gave you the itch? Gotcha. Can't blame you. I guess we could do this. You guys can still see the number, that's what matters. Yeah, I'm always down to play Zelda. I think the next one I'm gonna do is either Phantom Hourglass or Link Between Worlds. Depends on how much motion Link Between Worlds has and touch stuff. Because I won't be able to play it on the hardware, sadly, because I need to buy a new router. You think? I don't know. We'll see. I could see some ports like we talked about before, but they might want to do a Mario All-Stars type of thing. Maybe not though. I don't know if they think they could get away with doing a Skyward Sword for a game that's older than Skyward Sword. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that'd be definitely on the cards of something they could do, but I feel like Link's Awakening wasn't that long ago. How well did it sell, too? The other problem is that it'd have to be a dual pack game, right? I mean, you'd probably reuse a lot of assets, but I don't think you could sell them separately. That'd be silly. You'd have to put the connected content into it as well. So it might be more budget than they'd want to put in on it. Maybe not though. I mean, they easily could. I could see it happening. If they thought Link's Awakening was worth it. Was it one of the best at the time? Curious what the total sales are actually. As of March 2021, sold over 5.5 million. Yeah, it sold really well. Well, I don't see why they wouldn't. I mean, the big one is remaking Link to the Past. But as soon as you remake Link to the Past, the other ones are less interesting. That's probably why they didn't do it. I could see an Oracle game. I don't know if those being made by Capcom have any... that has any implications on the development. I imagine since Nintendo just owns it all, it doesn't matter. Was Link's Awakening made by Capcom? No, Nintendo. Oh, Grezzo. Grezzo did the new one? The new Link's Awakening? Oh yeah, they're working on something. That's all Grezzo does anymore. They did Ocarina of Time 3D, Majora's Mask 3D, and now they're doing that. They'll work on something, I'm sure. That's kind of like all they do. But the real question is... Let me see the Grezzo release cycle. They did Ever Oasis, Grezzo, Ocarina of Time 3D. 4 years later, Ocarina of Majora's Mask 3D. Did a few remakes, a few new games. Triforce Heroes. Link's Awakening. I mean, if you care to look at their past, then every 3 to 4 years they make a new Zelda game, but it's not that much data, and it's not like it's a fucking like thing of nature, right? It's just people, so it's not that easy to predict with them. But I imagine since it sold well, they'll remake another Zelda game. Nintendo seems to like that. I just don't know if something like the Mario All-Stars collection, the emulation they're doing now, might make them want to reconsider the scale and how hard they want to go on some of these ports and remakes, right? Because if you can make 50-60 bucks off Skyward Sword with barely to like touch it, why not go even harder, right? And instead of releasing like Twilight Princess and Wind Waker together, just release them individually. Or go remake like Oracle on the cheap or something, right? For like 60 bucks. So, don't know. I don't know if we're gonna get collections anymore. I feel like that might disappear. Maybe. Because people are willing to pay whatever for anything. I think Goto liked Ever Oasis. I don't know, I don't care for Grezzo that much. I have too many bones to pick in both of their remakes. I haven't played the Link's Awakening one. Maybe I will. Maybe we'll give it a go. They announced a new one in that style. We'll see, I don't know. It's too hard to predict, but I don't see a reason why they wouldn't do it, right? I can only see reasons why they would. That doesn't mean they will, but... I mean, they've made 3 remakes now, and this one sold a lot. They could remake games that aren't a huge deal, like the Oracle games, that would still sell a lot, and not use up their chance to do like a Link to the Past. Because what if they wanted to do like a massive remake of Link to the Past, right? You can't really do that after you remade it on the smaller scale a few years ago. You can only remake a game so often, so... That's kind of why I feel like they didn't do Link to the Past first. They did something smaller, maybe. It's a bigger trump card. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like this Breath of the Wild's also been kind of an outlier in that it's been like delayed 1,000 times. COVID, I mean, war and all that. There's feel like a lot of reasons that they could very well just be behind on schedules, not be able to do something. If I thought that they just had to get something out, if what you were saying was like, you know, true, there is some like, we have to release Zelda every year mandate, I would imagine they would do something lazy, like Wind Waker HD or Twilight Princess HD ports. Those have to cost nothing to do, and they could probably do it quickly. Consider how bad the 3D All-Stars one was. But I don't know. I think there's enough weird things going on that maybe they're just not gonna have one this year. I don't think you're wrong, but I think there's enough going on. I'd be down though. I mean, I'd play it again. Any of the Zeldas again. I just feel like there's been enough delays in other games and enough like slow years this year and last year that, you know, I feel like it's possible there's nothing Zelda this year. It'd have to be lazy. We'll see. Your first Python exercise, how'd that go? Alright, so if anybody actually cares about this game, I apologize. I'm always down to stop and chit chat. This is not the kind of game so far that I can, since we're just learning about it, and I can really I'm gonna like be able to play while I'm talking. So. Leave this department, yes. I got my mouse on screen. Company's been growing a lot lately. What would you want to see the most, right, Lois? Not what's most likely. Oh, good work though, Ripper. Becoming a Python expert. Is this like a wizard magic business? Told you to fire the most useless mages from the department. We don't need your predictive magic. Yeah, I think that would be something I'd like to see. I mean, in a dream world, I mean, I don't want to be extreme, right? Like, oh, I wish they released all those other games for free and just remade them all and they were all free. But like, realistically, I would like to see, hell yeah, like an O2 3D, Majora's Mask 3D, like, remake? Better? On the Switch? They won't do that for another like decade. OT3D and Majora's Mask 3D have just enough issues, especially Majora's Mask 3D, that I don't think they're the de facto version, so I'd prefer to see another remake, but I would still be totally fine with those getting ported, yeah. That'd be cool. Yeah, I'd be down to replay the Oracle games, because I think there's a lot of room there to make like a combo version. Because I mean, originally the Oracle games, you get to the end of one of them, you put in like a code or something, I don't remember how I did it. In the other game, and then you got the witch fight at the end, the Kamake fight or whatever her name was. That ended both of the games combined, and you know, you could do some cool things with actually combining the two into like one cart. Like you could have that content and then throw in some other stuff. Because didn't they add some new content in the Link's Awakening, the remake? See how I like it after I get my if-else statements and shit. So far it's been pretty neat. I'm sure when you could start making programs and manipulating things, it'll feel pretty cool. Having a skill like that would be neat. I'm just sitting here trying to refine my critiquing conversational skills. Yeah, the custom dungeon thing. Seems like in all of their little remakes, like with Mario and Luigi and all that, they like to add like a mode on, like a chunk, to make it seem like the 3D World, right? They added the new mode, the Bowser's Fury. I think they do that to try to make it look justified for being full priced, so I imagine they would do something like that again, and it would be cool to have something kind of tied to the games being linked together. It'd be cool if you could just, I guess you could just swap between the games at once if they're more interlinked, but that would fundamentally change the game too much. Yeah, see, the thing is with Minish Cap is the Game Boy Advance's visuals and stuff are still really solid sprite work, like especially in Minish Cap, so it's like a remake there isn't as big, right? Where you take Link's Awakening and like it's very, you know, low pixel. A remake into 3D is massive, right? It's a huge difference. It's like when I always bring up Resident Evil 2. You know, you're taking a game that's fixed camera angles and tank controls and turning it into a third-person shooter with modern graphics, and it's a huge leap, right? It's very different. Where like an RE4 remake wouldn't be that different. I feel like Minish Cap wouldn't be that different. You fuck with the art style on that, and it might even look worse. Whereas like Link's Awakening, it's such a big leap that it's interesting either way. That'd be cool. I mean, I'd love for some kind of like linked game or something where you could jump between the worlds and the seasons mess with the ages and stuff, but then you're fundamentally changing and it would require more effort, more skill, more creativity, and whenever Grezzo makes their own shit, it sucks, especially when it's in reference or when it's inside of another game that they didn't make. So I wouldn't have faith. I would be, because I mean, I could just go play the old Oracle games, right? They're not like that great, so it's like I don't need them to be faithfully remade, but it's like I could just go play them. So it's like I prefer to see them try to do something, you know, like cooler linked mix stuff, or just expand on the ending. Maybe throw some shit in between there. I don't know. I don't think they would. I think it would just be a side thing or like an extra endgame thing. Because, like I said, that's more money and you're gonna piss people off. Grezzo's not good at original stuff and remakes. Look at Majora's Mask 3D has horrible fucking like shitty fanfic fucking kind of crap in it. That would be awesome though, but yeah, I don't think it would ever happen. They'll just do a little thing to justify the praise. Now the real question is, would they reuse the Link's Awakening art, or would they try something different? I feel like they could reuse it, but I don't know if people would be annoyed. Because I mean, it works in Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask because they are like the exact same looks. It's even the same NPCs and shit. But so is like Link's Awakening and Oracles, but like because they remade the style so much, like does the next game need to have a more distinct style? Like the Oracles ones? I mean, I'd prefer a different style that they did well, but I don't know. I feel like they would do the same thing. You're right, I am a coward. Monsters, a public offering. A healing wizard. What's going on here? I mean, I think from like a business perspective, you would just remake them in the LA remake style. As a guy who likes games, I'd rather them try something fresh and something unique in the art style, but there's like no reason to. Would it be cheaper to just do it in the style of LA, so. Please no. You don't like the plastic toy style? I need to play it and talk about it more. I mean, I don't care for the style that much myself, which is probably partially why I'd like them to make something a little bit more. Jesus, this is still really loud. I mean, I wouldn't call the original style like serious, but it's got like kind of a mix of like serious and cartoony fantasy, right? I mean, it's gotta look partially cartoony because it's on the Game Boy. But yeah, I feel like the Link's Awakening style, it's kind of like the new Advanced Wars one. It's like too much of a leap into like the toy box look. Yeah. I mean, the thing is, like, they're not just gonna remake the same fucking art style. That doesn't sell. They're not gonna just do a fucking Game Boy game. It's like Nintendo, right? It's not gonna sell as much. If you jump art styles to something 3D, something like that looks like it's a $60 game, even if it's probably not even close to the same budget, it'll sell more. For me, it's more like maybe the tone of it. Like, you could go 3D, but something that's like, you know, like imagine if it was like Link to the Past, right? Like Link to the Past has a fair bit of like dark and dreary areas mixed in there, but like if it had a general like toy sheen to it, it would kind of ruin the atmosphere. So I'd prefer something that's like has a bit more range visually. I think when you go toy box, it limits the atmosphere a bit. I don't know, that's kind of why I said it'd be cool if Oracle of Ages and Seasons was like a different art style, but I feel like they would do what Rylos is talking about and just do Link's Awakening again, because one, it's got the same sprite work, so they could just remake it and people couldn't really complain. It's the same shit, and the remakes would be the same shit in the other game. It saves money. It was already successful once. Why not do it again, right? Like, I don't know. I need to play it though. I mean, I haven't seen the full range of what that art style can do. I've just seen bits and pieces, and I don't know. I mean, I skipped over it because I'd already played Link's Awakening like 4 years ago, 3 or 4 years ago. I mean, I'd love if like a big studio like Nintendo was doing actual pixel work. Like just a really nice pixel remake, like really juicy, like, you know, instead of Game Boy pixels, like it's more like high detailed pixels in the like for Link's Awakening Oracle, but pixel art in big corporate games is dead, man. For the most part. I mean, you get some weirdo shit like Triangle Strategy, but and you get like raw pixel remakes, ports like Final Fantasy, but other than Square kind of like on the cheap doing it, like nobody's really doing it. Outsource, yeah. I mean, they outsourced for this too. Grezzo. I guess Grezzo would be second party. They own Grezzo, right? Probably. It's kind of like Retro. Whereas like Retro does their own thing, but it's all Nintendo stuff. I don't know. Remakes are a weird topic for me. I'm fine with the idea of remakes, but I prefer like reimaginings, like really doing something different with like an IP, right? Like I thought Resident Evil 2 was like, that was really awesome. It was them going kind of apeshit, just totally going crazy, pulling the feel and what was important about it into something else. And there's still a reason to play the original, right? Like they both stand on their own, which is what's really cool. Where it's like these remakes that are trying to just like make it better. I don't know. It's fine, but it's not as exciting. And I feel like sometimes people, because it's a remake, assume it's better when it's like not sometimes. Like with Majora's Mask 3D. I mean, I don't... Yeah, I mean, I don't like the art style changes in Wind Waker HD. You get used to it quick, but stuff like the speed sail was kind of nice. Yeah. I mean, that's the problem with remake. That's a different problem with remakes, is it's changes for the sake of changes. It's like when they remake a soundtrack for these remakes, and it's like super overbaked. They just add more junk into it, and it sounds fine originally, right? And they kind of do that with visuals and stuff sometimes. I don't know, by the time I was only ever made games for Nintendo. Yeah, maybe it's second party, I don't know. I mean, I guess they just got a good deal going with Nintendo, because they've made like Triforce Heroes and shit. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of, Ripper. Really overbaked music, just for the sake of having a different soundtrack. And I don't know, they do that. I think OSTs are the... Nobody really talks about that, but I think that's the most guilty of all remake features, is the soundtracks. Can't think of a remake I prefer over the original. I mean, I don't know. Wonder Boy 3, I liked that. I didn't play the original, I guess, but I mean, it's just like a raw visual improvement. I mean, I feel like there's a bunch of remakes that like are surely faithful. Yeah, I would say East remakes are usually better because they know what they're doing, right? Like they capture the spirit of it, add more content that's actually like good. Like East, okay, so Travelers from East. See, that's the thing though, Travelers from East is totally different. Travelers, like, Oath and Fogon is like way better than Travelers from East, but it's such a different game, I guess you can't compare them. That's more like a reimagining. See, that's what I mean, is like, I like reimaginings that take ideas and core feels and concepts and like do something big with it. Like in theory, I like Final Fantasy VII Remake. I do like it as a game, but I mean, it kind of goes off the rails, but I respect it more as a new project than them just like remaking it just visually. It's hard for me just to get super excited for just like mid-budget to low-budget remakes and ports. I could just play the original. It's good for people who like can't find the games or haven't played them, as long as they're not fundamentally changed too much. But I don't know. If I was gonna get a giant big budget one, I'd almost just prefer like a reimagining. Yeah. Because with Link's Awakening, it's like, yeah, you could say, I mean, okay, I'll use Majora's Mask 3D. Like, it's got some really clean stuff going on, but then it completely redoes how the boss fights look, how they play, how a lot of mechanics play. And this is going to be the first time some people are playing this. It's going to be lauded as like the remake, the best way to play it, and it's like... that's the thing, is it's, yeah, this one, like, Majora's Mask 3D, it's essentially like replacing the game. If it got ported more often, it would be the replacement because it just is better. But then it makes these changes that kind of suck and kill the original art style and fights, and I don't know. That's where these like semi-remakes kind of piss me off, because they're just, I don't know, poorly done. They're not worth it. Usually overpriced. Thing is, if they fully remade Ocarina of Time 3D and like super crazy graphics and it was faithful, I wouldn't hate that. Like, I'd play it. Yeah, that's how I feel, Cactus. Like, they made a couple releases on PS4. Okay. It's like Game Freak, I guess. Yeah, well, it's cheaper that way too. They're already banking off nostalgia, so why would you release the 3D one? Also, I don't know if they have an in-house 3DS emulator, and they would have to actually put an effort to like change how the touchpad stuff works, so why not just release a shitty port of a N64 emulated game? But yeah, true. I think that's one of those the company's lazy things, but it works out in the long run because the original's still, in my opinion, the best one. I think Ocarina of Time 3D, it's a lot closer. I have absolutely no bones to pick with anybody who played Ocarina of Time 3D as the only one they played. The biggest thing for me is, I think, some of the art styles compromised, like Forest Temple and shit. I would still recommend the original because it's completely fine. I don't know, I guess if you just really can't get past low poly, but then you shouldn't even give a fuck about playing Ocarina of Time at all. If you can't get past fucking like different aged graphics, like you clearly don't care that much. But Majora's Mask 3D, I would say you lost something. Majora's Mask 3D is funny when they change it, but it's not in a good way. So I don't know. It just depends on the quality, I guess. I don't know, the concept of remakes, I mean, I know why they happen, right? I mean, they're cheap. You already have the story planned out, the dungeons, the gameplay, you have almost everything planned out, and it's mostly just visual remakes. And if they want overbaked soundtracks, and then you could sell it for crazy prices. I mean, it makes sense business-wise. People want it, either for nostalgia or just for a new entry on your Switch or something. But I don't know. I just don't want everything to be remakes, and I don't want remakes that take a bunch of liberties on trying to improve the game. I'd prefer reimagining at that point, I guess. Otherwise, I don't really care as long as it's priced right, what budget of graphics they want to do. If they just want to make like a slightly, like a pixel remaster of Final Fantasy, that's fine. If they want to do a 3D one, that's fine. If it keeps, you know, an attempt to keep the same feel. If they want to make a crazy psycho AAA budget one, that's fine for the same reasons. As long as they're priced accordingly. The problem is a lot of these like light remakes are priced like shit. I mean, Metroid Zero Mission's better than Metroid. You know what I mean? Like, technically, but I mean, it's very different, so. Yeah, it's one of those things. I think you can just make an improved version of a game. I don't think that's wrong. I just think that it's in these like big, giant budget games, it's a little wonky, especially for these games that have a lot of history. I don't know. It's a weird thing because we're gonna be looking back 20 years from now, talking about just 3DS versions of stuff and all these other versions of stuff, and it's like, what do you play? And the perception of what is like the de facto version is gonna be. I mean, it's already hard to do on stuff like FF6 sometimes, right? You're playing these like Frankenstein versions of games with fan patches to get the best versions, and it's like when you got all these other ones, and you know, it's just gonna be odd. Yeah, Zero Mission's awesome. Yeah. That's the thing, is like Zero Mission is a reimagining though, right? I would say. I mean, it's got a lot of new fights, the areas are reworked, I mean, there's like different abilities and movement. That's what's cool about it. Is it's so much more than a remake, it might as well be like, yeah, like a reimagining. I don't think people... I think another problem with remakes is the terminology. There's ports, remasters, remakes, reimaginings, which I don't think a lot of people even use that term, but I think it's really important to use because a lot of these games are like so fundamentally different from what they originally were that it's like, might as well not even call it. Might as well not even call it a remake. Remake a Super Metroid. And so this is the other issue, is the time and money that goes into remakes. I'd prefer another new Metroid game. Like, that's my deal. Like is the amount of money and time and manpower that goes into these, like, do they just hire more companies so it doesn't make a difference since they make a profit off it? Or like, is there more focus going into some of these than making new stuff? I would prefer new, well done shit than any fucking remake or port every time. Play the originals. That would be my bottom line. But if they're gonna happen anyways, yeah, there's, I guess, some level of integrity. There's conversation about them. Castlevania Chronicles, yeah. I mean, there's good ones. There's just a lot of like crappy ones too that get lauded as the best version. Yeah, I don't know. That's the thing, is like, I mean, Grezzo doesn't make a whole lot of new games, so it's like, and they make a net profit. So as long as Nintendo outsources some money to them, are they not making new games? Like, that's the thing, is like, I don't know. I mean, if you could just fund a company and make crazy money only off remakes, then why wouldn't you, from a money perspective? So then there would be no reason to ever make something new until you like ran out of steam on remakes. It's like, in a bubble, remakes do stifle, you could say, maybe the industry, but I don't know. That's one of those things you'd have to know what's going on behind the scenes, how much money and stuff goes into remakes and remasters over like new creative shit. It's like every fucking game in the last 20 years I feel like it's had a port at this point, remaster, that had any success, right? And we're getting games that are being remade that released like last gen. like Last of Us already, right? Yeah, I loved Spyro, the first one. Yeah, see, that's my thing there, is that I feel like all the Spyro games, like, maybe look good in their own right, like the remakes, they totally lose that kind of like fantasy dream world style, especially in the skyboxes. From what I've seen, I haven't actually personally played the remakes, but I think that was an important part of the art style. It's kind of a shame. But more people are going to play the new versions. One, because of the availability of them. Two, because it's new, right? And it's like, that kind of sucks. Because people are going to miss out. I mean, you're still getting mostly the same game, but... So I can't tell somebody they're just, like, wrong for playing them. But... like... why play a version that's fine when you could play, like, the best version? Sapping my strength. Her cards. Draw mana from her deck. So we have to dodge attacks. This was the last game I needed to play on the Humble Selects thing, or the Humble monthly subscription thing, which I haven't been subscribed to for like 3 months, but I could still play games I downloaded. It's some like probability card game thing about wizards being like a part of a company or something, but I have been playing it so slowly already because I'm talking. But, it's probably a horrible display of the game, right? It's not supposed to be a very long game. I mean, okay, there's another one. What I understand, Kyoku Mogami Tensei, those are better than the original Mogami Tenseis. The Dragon Quest SNES versions are better than the NES versions. Like, there's a lot of really old ones that work because it's mostly just quality of life and visual improvements. And remakes have been a thing forever. I just feel like because games make so much money now that remakes have a lot more of like a money incentive. And it's more talked about. Because there's also less shit probably coming out in AAA. But you see plenty of remakes. The Hostile Takeover. Also, one sec. Need to check. I got the Eternal Cylinder and Demon Turf coming in. When does Mario Strikers Battle League come in? I'll have to take Eastward off the list for a bit. Probably. I need to see when Mario Strikers was coming out, because we're going to do a series playthrough of that. But I mean, that's 2 games. I think there's only 2 Mario Strikers games before the new one. And I don't think they have long campaigns. Well, the intro's done after 1 hour. Probably was a 10-minute intro. Wizards. So she works in HR. Okay, I think the music's too loud, but the rest of it isn't. Surprisingly. Like, I've barely got this game turned up. Deck. Increases scissors probability. Equip spells. Hey, money. Thanks for the money, dude. I do wonder Metroid-wise, though, like, Metroid-wise, for Metroid, what they'll do next. I mean, they have a history of remakes. Especially, I mean, Mercury Steam, their first Metroid game was a remake, and now it's Dread, so... Wonder if they'll do a remake again, or if they'll try to something new. Going to HR. I mean, I'd prefer something new, but... If I had to have a remake, yeah, Super Metroid would probably be the one. Let me turn off the mouse. Looks like that. There's 3 HP. Jesus, $50, man. $30 for some fucking MP, man. The prices are ridiculous, dude. Time to battle. sound balance is fucking insane. It's a piece of paper more powerful with paper attacks. Oh yeah, I forgot. Oof. I'm getting destroyed by this guy, man. When do I get some health back, dude? Could print cards. Oh, I have to pick one? What do I already have? Wouldn't you just always want, like, scissors so that you could always pick the opposite? You don't want like an even spread, you just want like one thing so that you could like have the highest chance of, because you're adjusting his probability, right? So you'd only really want, why would you want an even spread? I don't know. I guess it depends on the creature. Then you could draw more and have an even higher chance of it working out. It's like right now it's +5, but it wasn't even enough. It's +6. At least I'm getting paid. You learned a new spell. Increases power. This is rock damage. Increases power. Paper and scissors by 1. Opponent only. This is rock damage. Okay. More powerful with scissors. Oh, this ain't good. Super buff. The chance of him using scissors is high. Shredder, 3 uses. Shred a card, yes. Goodbye, paper. You want to just get rid of like your low probability cards. More powerful with rock. Okay, they might use that. We beat him. Can reorder your fortune deck. Move a card up front. Huh? Is this just like for the next fight? I don't know. We have to battle. Maybe I should heal first. Wait, can I even go back downstairs, dude? I guess not. Oh, restores my HP when I win. Okay. There we go. Destroyed. Alrighty, man. We're playing a video game. Microwave your card. Nice. Mixed card types. Rock +4, you only when drawn. That's fine. I don't want either of these. Items. Plus 9 HP when burned. Free rock attack when burned. What do you mean, man? Been talking about this one for months. This one was on the what is this shit called? The humble choice thing. I didn't finish it when I didn't play it when we were doing them all months ago, but you could still play humble choice games even if you're not subscribed as long as you've downloaded them. I figured I might as well just get through this one and so I could uninstall the program. So here we are. Random hodgepodge. Well, Deer Simulator's Game Pass. Mine Scanner's is Game Pass. Hard Space, when I get around to it, is a new Game Pass game. I just want to play some different stuff that's good, maybe. I mean, we just did the most boring game ever for like 2 weeks. experimental, interesting stuff. I did an inscription. That's not random. Boss. Yeah, it was a good game. I had fun with it. Maybe I'll try his other game, The Hex, at some point. I've already played Pony Island. We won. Loud. There's something just bizarre about the story in this. Like, we just kind of, everything happens so quick, and now we're just kind of like running around. Like, there's like a disconnect. Surrealness, I don't know, they're just running around this office, killing monsters, but like, it's all reworded with corporate lingo and stuff. Like, they went public, so now there's demons, and they're becoming their managers, and we're just like running around beating them up. And they're like emailing us to help them do it. Interesting. I trust that novelty will stay. The Oracle. Cursed name. Yeah. Kiki. The witch. Illegal. They have to have the witch's bowman. A drinking game. But still rock, paper, scissors. Ay, ay, ay. drink. Hiding my cards. Drank. I want to go out and get a drink of my own. It's like a soda or something. I'm thirsty. But we just started. I've played like 25 minutes of this and talked for the other like 40. When they're distracted. Boom. We could just hide it and reuse it multiple times, as long as the enemy's distracted. I did go to Sonic yesterday. Oh, really? Yeah. I would go through there real quick, but you have to go to the pullout if you're gonna use the app, I think. And then I have to wait for somebody. That takes forever. I'll probably just go to the store. Yeah, the shakes are good. I like the Red Bull slushies, the cranberry limeades, but if you do like light ice, they fill it to the brim with ice, so it kind of blows. And yeah, they take forever to get out and give me my fucking drink, even if it's just a single drink, so. Yeah, I only go for drinks. The food's so overpriced. Even when they give you a deal on the app, it's like just a promotional buy one, get one free once a month, and it's like still not worth it. Didn't repair their broken sign for 3 years? Jesus. Yeah. I would say ours is fine overall. It's just the nature of Sonic. It means it just takes a lot longer to like get stuff because you have to pull into the spots. You're doing app stuff. Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, it's slow, but like if I was gonna go midstream, I'd probably wanna go to Walmart and grab a couple drinks. Yeah, I would say the worst service out here is Popeyes. They forget lots of shit, and they're just kind of like very passive to the point of being rude. They almost always fuck something up. Really? Yeah, I don't go that often. I go to Slim's Chickens a lot. When I'm watching my food, which I have been last month. This week not so much, but the last 2 months I guess. I tend to not go to many places. I feel like Popeyes is not worth it. The chicken's so small for the price. At least at Slim's, like I can just eat the Slims and that's it for the day. Best chicken out here though is from the store, Harps. You can buy like a pound of chicken for like $7 or $8, like fried chicken, and like quite a bit. You get sauce, and or you can get meals there for like $5 or $6. But you gotta go in, so. Yeah, the thing with Chick-fil-A though is, yeah, one, it's overpriced. Two, they don't have that much variety, right? That's why it's so fast, I feel like. I mean, you have nuggets and sandwiches, and so it's really quick. Same with like cans. Cans is really quick because they only have strip. I mean, if you don't eat a lot, you can still lose weight on fast food. Just depends on what it is, right? Like, I could lose weight on Slims, I just have to only eat Slims and get like really low calorie sauces. But I might be hungry, and it's way too pricey. Yeah. Well, they're always, Chick-fil-A's always been, too pricey. I'll still go occasionally because the calories are good. But and it's not horrible if you just want like a quick thing. It's hard to get like a small meal in other places. But yeah, no way. I mean, it's never gonna be $2 again. Taco Bell's one I've stopped going to. It tastes like shit. It's always just reusing that same mystery meat, those same three ingredients in all of their um uh, all of their meals. It's really unhealthy and the prices skyrocketed. Yeah, I usually just get 2 sandwiches, the basic ones, if I go to Chick-fil-A. That's it. Or like a water. I've just gone to Slims a lot lately. I should probably stop going to fast food in general. That's too pricey. Things have gotten really pricey in this last like half a year. Yeah, which is good, Cactus. I'm just fucking lazy, I guess. Although I could probably be more lazy if I ate here. I think there's something about just kind of getting out and like grabbing something tasty. That's appealing, but it's a little too pricey. I don't like their chicken biscuits. They're like too soft and like greasy, buttery. I feel like I need like 20 gallons of water after every one of them. I mean, I'll eat them. They're good enough to eat for sure. They're not like bad. I'd rather get a sandwich. Also, they're pretty pricey for how small they are. I can cook chicken and pasta for $1 a meal. Yeah, it's always better to eat at home price wise. I like nacho fries, but they don't always have those. Yeah, I don't think I've had those. I don't know. I always just go out and get chicken. We try not to do super expensive shit. And if it is expensive, it's gotta be like a huge portion, like Slims. But, eh. I need to stop going out. This week I've not gone out much, but I had a lot of stuff here to eat. Yeah, I like their nuggets at Chick-fil-A, but they're really expensive too. They're more expensive than the fucking sandwiches. That's why I get the sandwiches, is because you're getting more bang for your buck. A fucking 12 count nugget is like, or however many the big one is like a buck or two more than the sandwich. I'm like, this is the same amount of chicken with no bread. Like, ridiculous, man. If you ever buy anything grilled at Chick-fil-A, it's like a third extra price. Like the grilled nuggets are like $7 or $8. And I'm like, dude, they're the same nuggets without fried shit on them. Yeah, I don't get drink there. If I get a drink, it's only in a meal. And I don't do meals anymore there. Because the fries are too many calories and the sauces. I'll just get a water. Man, I'm yawning. I spend too much on energy drinks probably too. Like I said, my biggest vice is going out and getting food. I don't spend money really anywhere else. Sweet tea's a godsend. Don't forget to cheat. The lemonade was good there. I don't know. Sweet, I'm fine with getting sweet tea. Sonic's sweet tea sucks. Jesus. I buy 5 energy drinks a day. Oh. That's like 1 for each work day. Okay. I'm like, what? 5 a day? I'm like, that's a lot, brother. Okay, I was like, holy fuck, man. I'm gonna be getting that, no. Yeah, because I've been drinking more Red Bulls, they're pricier, man. I should drink cheaper ones, but I used to drink way more energy drinks. I used to drink like 2 or 3 or more a day. I stopped drinking for a long time, but since I started watching calories again, the only low-calorie drinks that I don't hate are A&W root beer, the low sugar ones, and Red Bulls, the low sugar one. So I drink a lot more. I feel like these last 2 weeks I probably had too much caffeine. I feel tired all the time. I don't know if I'm like relying on caffeine too much, or it's because my diet's been not as good this last couple weeks, or allergies, or what. But I feel like I always have to have caffeine if I'm gonna stream because I need to talk. Yeah. Get enough sunlight? I mean, probably not. I mean, I go out every day. For like 30 minutes. Or maybe I do. I mean, I always feel tired when I eat too much. That's just how the body works. Take my shirt off in the backyard and stretch, exercise, completely changed my life. Yeah, I need to just exercise more. That's the biggest thing. I mean, I'm what, 30 this year? In a few months. Or in like half a year. Probably time to be exercising. Yeah, I mean, I'm inside most of the time. For me, it's just I need to get the diet under control consistently. I mean, I've definitely been better about it. I've lost some good weight, but this last week been bad. I've had a bunch of unhealthy leftovers from my mother's birthday. It's kind of hard to work in like cookies and stuff and like cake, so I kind of just like don't pay attention. Start losing muscle mass. Well, I'd have to have some in the first place. The only time I ever put on muscle when I was doing weightlifting for a couple. I mean, I guess I do have some still from then. Weightlifting for a few years, and then when I worked at Walmart, I lifted a lot. But yeah, I don't know. I just some times a year I just get tired a lot. Yeah, we could do that, Ripper. Why not? It's tradition at this point. Lost Dimensions? Isn't that game really long? It's a 2-week event with a possible 3rd week. It's gotta really be worth it to be a long game. Operation Raccoon City's fine. It's almost tradition, but Lost Dimensions is like, it's like 20, 30 hours. Is it so bad it's good, or is it just kind of whatever? It looked kind of like it was just whatever. Not funny. Yeah, I've not been drinking as much water this last 2 weeks as well. I need to fill up my water. That's probably part of it. Yeah, it doesn't sound like a so bad it's good game though. I mean, I'm fine with playing Lost Dimension. We could just play it at some point, but it needs to be. I mean, this is only the third one. I'm not like so desperate. I'll play like average games, right? I needs to be like really tightly funny bad. I can help it. But I mean, yeah, I'd like to play it. I just might not do it for the event. I've already got a list of like a million games, so there might just be too much good competition. Yeah, yeah. I'm sure it would be something we would talk about, probably in a negative light, but it might just be like a typical, like me playing a iffy game stream. I play a lot of mediocre games, so something beyond that. Only water, sunlight, exercise, feeling good. Yeah, oh yeah. I mean, I always feel great when I'm just doing water and having exercise. I just need to get in the habit. I need to turn down any leftovers I get. I mean, God bless the parents when I visit them. They always give us a lot of stuff, but I don't like turning down food or throwing away food. I would prefer to eat it because I'm a cheap bastard. But every time I start having a bunch of unhealthy shit, it gets easy for like a week or two to just kind of ignore eating healthy. And I need to just be on the stick for a while. Start incorporating exercise and shit. Yeah, sure. If he wants, you know the date. I don't care when it is in there. Whatever works for him. And if he'd rather do it in August, we could. I mean, I might extend it a week. We could do that too. I like to usually have the first and the last game be something special, but this would be fine either way. So he's down. Not. I mean, the whole reason I'm doing so big and as a 2-week event with extensions is so that I don't burn out and so that we can do it more often. I'd rather do it more often. I mean, we could always. I might do another one later this year. Who knows? At the end of the year. Although I would like to make some other ideas for events. I have a bunch already written down, but so big's fun. I guess I mean enough people know it by name, and it's entertaining enough. That's kind of the de facto one. Oh, there's not a game list yet. I mean, I have a game list. I don't think it's public. Let me see. But I don't have it picked out. I'm gonna have it picked out closer to the release. Or not the release, but this. Can you guys see this? I mean, these are the games I have listed, and some movies, but those aren't the picks. I'll pick out because it's gonna depend on how hard it is to get the game. Genres. I don't want to play just fucking like one game, right? So I mean, I can't just do one super long JRPG. You know, do I want to have a VN in there? I gotta have a good one for the beginning and the end. I like some unknown ones, some popular ones, so it's not that list, but they will be picked from that list. See triangle strategy on there? Yeah, that's for the so boring it makes you want to kill yourself event. That one's coming up soon. We'll get another route in that. Yeah, I talked about an RE clone one before. I would love to do an RE clone week or two. We could do that for instead of the horror month. I could do a RE clone 2-week event, and then maybe some other horror stuff. Mix it up, because the last horror event I did, the horror till Halloween. I don't number those. Maybe I should make it seem more legit, but The last horror till Halloween, I kind of got burned out by the end of it. The PS3 event, yeah, I'll just play every PS3 game. Pseudo Week is something I've wanted to do. I did the CDI Zeldas last time. I think they're on YouTube, maybe. I'm not gonna do them again. Oh, I didn't take them off, probably. Like I said, that's not really a public list. It's kind of just a me list. And I have a lot of games on Steam that aren't on here, so good to bring that up. I would have deleted it eventually, I guess, when I saw it. Like Panty Party's still on here. I have this. Wacky World Bouncer's still on here. I actually have quite a few. Let me take these off. This is just because you guys asked. I don't really have a a big official list yet. I will make one. If you guys have more games, though, I'm always willing to get more. Like I said, I have a lot of stuff that isn't on here. And I always do research and pick out new stuff before these. I usually have to spend a few days straight setting these up. Always down, you know. The only thing is, I mean, I'll look them up ahead of time, but, you know. So bad it's good, not just bad or mediocre. It's not really special then. Yeah, Pseudo Week needs to happen. I don't know. I mean, I just gotta be feeling them. I mean, we just did a Kirby one. I play like every Kirby game. Gotta have time too. They like to do new releases and stuff when they're around, so there's just like not a whole lot coming out in July, so I figured it'd work. I have an event that I've been wanting to do that's kind of in the work. The reality TV show The Game event. Where we play shit like Deadliest Catch, the video game and stuff. Just like really, really shitty like American reality shows turned into video games. I thought that would be funny for like a week or two to just see how horrible those are. Like a one-off. Yeah, like the Survivor video game or something. This is the best playthrough of Fortune-499 ever. This might be the only recorded playthrough of Fortune-499. Apologies for anybody who's actually watching this somewhere. If I actually edited my videos, I could edit these parts out. But I mean, it's part of the stream, just chit-chatting, so. Money. Yeah, if you guys got any stuff or any ideas or anything, I'm always willing to look shit up. Yeah. We'll do more in the future. There's a lot of games I just am kind of in the mood to play though. I'm trying to like kind of knock out a few Game Pass ones and do some mouse and keyboard shit here, but a lot of the stuff I kind of want to do soon would be like RPGs. So. Problem is we've got June 2nd, Sony info, and then I think the second week of June and a bunch of other stuff. That won't take up too much time. But then we got some new releases. The Quarry's coming out. And the Mario Strikers thing, so. don't know if... I mean, I could just play anything whenever, but I like to try to slot shit in between other shit. Improve stats. Cost money. Her max mana. Don't really care about that. Michelle. The tower. Yeah, I think we'd have enough material for an RA clone event. Thing is, do I want to do Deep Fear for an RE clone event? Or do I want to do that for So Big? I feel like I'd want to do it for So Big. And then I'll just do... There's plenty of other RE clones that we could do for a week or two. And I could replay shit. I really needed to. Just for Deep Fear. Oh, Deep Fear's been in the works for so long already. The not Zelda event? That would be interesting. I don't know. The thing with Zelda is like any top-down adventure game could seem like Zelda. I want to do Tunic really soon. So, probably not gonna save that one. Like I've played games like that Blossom Tales game that was just like a raw Zelda clone, but there's a lot of stuff that's like kind of Zelda-y. Funny enough, as popular as Zelda is, I don't know many clones of Zelda. I mean, there's some stuff that gets close, but I think like Resident Evil has such a distinct style that the clones stand out more. Or like with Zelda, there's stuff that just kind of like it, but nothing that I feel like actually copies it verbatim that gets it right or is memorable. I'm sure there's a bunch of indies I could find. Like, what are some Zelda clones? Any? Like, Tunic, but I heard Tunic's like kind of different. Good enough. I mean, they don't have to be exactly Zelda clone. Other than there's like Blossom Tales, the one I played. Alright, what is this gonna do? The tower. Avoid drawing it. A high chance of scissors. Can she just throw away her... Our fucking tower card, man. Discard the top of your deck. Oh, we should probably put that in. Put that bitch in there. Move a card up front. Oh, they remade my deck. I don't even keep my old deck, dude. Damn, that sucks. I guess you gotta remake them every single time. I thought we were just permanently juicing. Why wouldn't you draw 3 times every time? That's the thing is, like, I feel like Zelda's super influential, but you don't get many that are just like it. Because there's stuff like Beyond Good and Evil that's like kind of like Zelda because it is an adventure action, like light action game. But like, do you ever think of it as like a Zelda game? Not really. I feel like 3D action games are too separate from feeling like Zelda. I feel like you only think of Zelda clones when you think of like raw, like 2D clones. Yeah, no, I'm not saying that they don't exist. I don't know Oceanhorn. That's the thing, is I just don't know a lot that are pure, off the top of my head, that are pure clones. Oceanhorn. The Oceanhorn series. Oh yeah. It looks very... I mean, I could write them down, why not? That could be funny for event. What do I got on here? All sorts of stuff. Yeah, seems like shit. Yeah, the most recent one I played was Blossom Tales, the Sleeping King. And it's just outright Zelda clone. It was okay. It was also like mediocre. But I mean, if you just want like pure 2D Zelda, like I guess it's pretty much all it is. Cornerstone, the Song of Tyrim. Is this like a... Looks like fucking cheeks, man. 3D Zelda-y. Is it? Crafting. Crafting's not Zelda. I wonder how much else it is. I guess there's ships. I'll write it down. Maybe that'd be interesting. Problem is, these games look... I don't want to buy this shit. I'll buy this piece of shit. Maybe someday. It is on sale right now. Could play, the thing is, like, I could do, like, fucking Phoenix Rising, right? I can rent that. Because that's a Breath of the Wild clone, but then it's like, I don't know, it feels like... Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It'd be kind of a, I mean, I guess we could have a different kind of clone for each kind of Zelda game, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like the 2D ones stand out the most. Breath of the Wild clones, dude. How many of those are there now? What is he thinking, man? There's Arceus. That one sucked. Immortals. Genshin. That's true. That is true. Yeah, that's the thing. Because with RE clones, they're classic Resident Evil games. There's so many in the past that were cloned from it. The games that were cloned from like A Link to the Past or something, like, I'm sure there is some, but I can't think of shit. Or you could say like the Mana games are similar, but it's like, I don't know. RE clones are just so distinctly RE clones. Yeah, that's the thing, is like a lot of Zelda clones are like still different enough. Or Zelda was so influential that a lot of what it does is so just ingrained in a lot of kinds of games, like the simple action combat and adventuring, that like it doesn't have as much of a clone thing going on. Like they exist for sure. There's like the really obvious stuff like Immortals and Genshin. But yeah, to make a whole event around it, I don't know, we'd have to see. And then there's like a lot of different genres, right? Like there's Breath of the Wild. Because with RE clone, it wouldn't be like an RE4 clone event, it would be classic RE. For Zelda, it's like, well, the 3D ones are different than the 2D ones, which is different from Breath of the Wild. So. It's a good idea, man. I put it down. I'll have to play with it though. To someday do. Gone Proof, Gunman's Proof. Yeah, I'm sure there is a bunch. I just don't know a lot, or there's not enough big profile ones. Gunpull, Gunman's Proof. Golvalius, the Valley of Doom. Have to look into some of these, huh? Not gonna look into that many right now. One looks like Zelda 2 and Zelda 1 combined. Yeah, 3D dot gamer. I've been wanting to do that one, but I could never have rented it. Find a way to play it another way. Yeah. Well, you could remember where that card is, you could trash it, I guess. Alright. Do I have to actually kill them all? Even the point then of avoiding them, I guess, to get to the loot. I need to just put scissor cards in my deck because my rock does more damage. But when I grabbed that originally, I thought it was I was still using the deck I had earlier, but it's fucking remade. Shred apart the tower. I won't be doing Torna. Nope, don't think so. Can't rent it. And I don't know, just from what I've heard from some people in here, it's just kind of like, okay. So, I don't have plans for it. I mean, I will be playing Xenoblade 3, but yeah. Maybe because it's just a big standalone. And because it is standalone, there's not a whole lot of standalone expansions out there. Recent memory for people, I don't know, there's a lot of reasons people would say it's good. But, what sound read this? When I draw the cards or something? Oh, the sound way in the back here. Sounds like a screeching car. Nice. Love my odds here. There's no point even going for the odds when you can just lower his attack power. Just makes us take 10 fucking years, but... If I actually had a better deck right now, I'd be fine, but you have to remake the deck. +6 on scissors, man, and he pulls a fucking rock. I hate this card. Your opponent will choose scissors. Right. Buffs. Too many rock ones, not enough scissors, man. Those scissors, both rock buffs aren't even gonna be like worth it. Move a card up front. The boss. Drain all your strength every turn. can just do this as much as you want. Well. The best RE save room theme? RE1 remake, probably. RE4 one's pretty good too, but I'd say the RE1 remake. It's my favorite. It's the only one I listen to often on its own. I mean, I guess I don't have the other ones on my media. But regardless. Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean I don't have any kind of... If I had any childhood bias it would be like an RE4. But... yeah. I like listening to the RE1 save theme. Yeah, I don't know. I don't recall the other ones that much, but then again, I don't have the soundtrack. So it might be just I'm partial to that one because I hear it more. But yeah, probably RE1. Yeah, this one has like a... like kind of a sinister feel to it still. Yeah, definitely more moody. Which I mean fits the atmosphere. I think for just like easy listening, like I said, I still like the RE1 remake one. It stands out. And I guess the contrast of it being kind of a serene song with the rest of it, kind of cool. But yeah, I mean, then all the save themes are solid that I remember. Maybe there's some weird ones that aren't good. Did Zero even have a save room? Not sure. Classic. Dad doesn't want to say shit. The upper management. Okay. Yeah, this one sounds like a song a bit more than the third games. But since it doesn't have the moodiness and it doesn't sound as like good of a song as the first games, it doesn't stand out as hard. Not bad though. This rip is really bad though. Or maybe there is no good version of this one. It sounds kind of cheap. No, yeah, it's probably more just on the game. This is a pretty short loop. Apparently this had rain and stuff in it on the train. That sounds pretty good. Yeah, you can't go wrong with that one either. They're just nice. It's just a good idea. Having these like more serene songs for save rooms. The contrast with the horror shit. Always makes them feel special. Ooh. Future me. Product design. Oh. Well, inventory. Use rock damage. I like the zip and the zap. Maps. Alright. The gym. Increase my rock. Like benching. I mean, the game's kind of got some cute, funny shit sometimes, right? Oops, sorry. Oh, I think I'm gonna go out and grab a drink. So I'll probably take a little break here. I think I'm gonna let myself take my time when I get there, so we might just turn the stream off. And that was like a bizarrely like short 2 hours. I'll be back soon. Actually, soon this time. But I don't. I used to do that more in the past, where I'd like rush out with the stream on and then rush back. But I'd like to go and like grab some stuff. And no, this isn't sitting here. Yeah, actually, soon we'll see. Should be. I mean, I've got a lot of stuff I want to get through, and I'd at least like to finish this. It's not supposed to be a super long game. I've been talking a lot, though, so we probably got a good chunk left. Yeah. Impressions on this one so far, though. It's alright. I think the idea of a card game that is you influencing probability is really cool. It's cute. And drawing cards, you know, it just increases your chances of winning with a certain rock, paper, scissors thing. The only problem is, like, I mean, while the spells are some strategy there, it's still pretty damn simple overall. That, and I mean, it really depends on what they allow you to, how you craft your deck, which is going to be different in each level because it doesn't reset. I mean, obviously, since I have Rock 4, I'm going to want more scissors probability cards. But I might not be able to do that. Like last time, I didn't really have that, so it became more of a mana pulling thing. You know, you could go into a fight with a certain amount of MP, but I mean, I guess since it is like level based, that's part of the strategy. It's not depthless or anything, but I don't know if it goes much beyond the novelty of it. We'll see. Other than that, I mean, the like witches and wizards are integrated into a corporation just normally is kind of cute. Like it's more mundane. So it's played like really straight, like it's supposed to be, you know, like it's funny in a way because obviously it's not normal to us, but like in them, it's just like there's the magic resources area and he's running around killing shit. And I don't know if it has enough of like a comedic edge to it. Sometimes it just kind of feels surreal because there's not a whole lot of like story going on and because of how straight they do take it. I can't tell how much is supposed to be funny and how much is supposed to be just kind of like cute or just surreal. Definitely not gripping me as story or comedy wise, but it's cute enough. I can't say I dislike it. It's also a $4.99 game, so I mean it's something to think about. I think it's a cute enough idea for a $5 game. Yeah, so we'll see how it is as we go. What I'm hoping to see is maybe either some more interesting or like novel comedy with the wizard magic stuff in a corporate setting, or obviously juicier levels with more fun deck building management or quirks. I guess the quirk on the last level is the tower, which ended up being kind of whatever. So some cool levels, some funny writing, and maybe some kind of main story to get attached to for the rest of this. That'd be it. And for it to not outstay its welcome. I could see this being one where the pace of the game would be a problem. So. Anyways, I'm yawning too much even after coffee, so we'll go grab some energy drinks and we'll play some more. Catch you guys in